If you want to live in harmony with the universe and actually view the universe as a friendly place, then you need to live by its laws. Over the period of 4 years, Jemima and I have been studying the universal laws. They are officially 11 forgotten universal laws that we have come across. But in this YouTube video, we'll be sharing with you 5. So make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss out the following 6 that we will be sharing soon. Have you ever asked yourself why you believe what you believe? Most people just go on doing as they do. They say, well, my mother did it, my dad, my sister, you name it. But actually think, let's use our brains. Let's think, why is it that you believe what you believe? Is it because your school teacher taught you that the world is round? Mind you, I believe the world is round, but we got to really think about these things because people are just bombarding us with information. But you have to have that capacity to realize why it is you agree with this information or why you should rather just dismiss it. Otherwise, you'll go through life blindly, and then at the end of the day, you wonder why this has happened, why life is like this. Meantime, it was all because of your thinking. And that brings us to the first law, the law of thinking. I want you to realize that all the power that you need, all the power that you're thinking you're needing to seek is already within you. You don't need to call back your power back to you. It's in you. Your mind is a powerful tool. And when you understand this, you'll be able to shift your whole world. Thinking is a powerful source. The way your life is currently is because of the thoughts that you have been predominantly thinking. In order to change your reality, you've got to change your rooting state of mind. Yes. I came to the understanding that mystery is just another word for ignorance. Until we understand something, it's perceived as a mystery. Although, as you adopt your mind, powerful things are going to come and flow into your life. And it's scientifically proven that our thoughts are compared to the speed of light. And they tell us that our thoughts travel at 186 miles per second. Can you actually comprehend that? That's so fast. Yeah, so when you think, you are putting so much into action. That's why it's so important to get to the right thinking. And to add on to that, because we've done our research, let's face it, the stuff is amazing. The stuff is so powerful to actually adapt in our lives. Our thoughts are compared to our voice, the sound of our voice. And thought travels 930,000 times faster than the sound of our voice. Like, wow. I know. So majority of us think that in order for us to change our lives, we need to change our habits. Where that is correct, initially it begins in our mind. That's why your thoughts are going to dictate your body's actions. So it's essentially cause and effect. Cause being on the mental plane affects your physical 3D dimensional world that we are currently living in. Yes, what we call reality. That is why if you're wanting to change your effect, you can't do an effect to change your effect. You need to do a cause. You need to change your cause to change your effect. And your cause is linked to your thinking, is linked to your inner being. Let's remember, we are magnetic fields. We have energy. It's been proven time and time again. But what I really want us to grasp here is that our thoughts are translated into our emotions. Whatever we are thinking, imagine you're watching a sad movie, you're thinking sad thoughts. Your emotions will follow suit, whether you're crying, whether you look sad or miserable. That is giving off a vibration that will give you a frequency that essentially will make sure that you attract on that same frequency. So let us not be surprised when we are angry and then we have more irritating things happen. It's actually because we have been thinking angry thoughts that dictates what we are experiencing in this reality. And that's why actually I never like watching movies where they're showing people who are sick and they are dying. And I'm just like, no, because I don't want to attract such in my life, and I won't. Amen. It's true, because it's a way that you end up then feeling sorry for the person. Yeah. And then I personally have had that experience, like, oh my God, what if it happened to me? If someone in my family was sick. And then in my head, I'm like, I am healed in Jesus' mighty name. I live in divine health. That's not going to happen to me. I rebuke that. I reject that. I would switch off the movie and actually then go play music. I even go on my phone and I start doing something else. But I'm also like, because I don't want it to let it phase me. I know what you mean, yeah. But because actually, it's a law. It will happen. Whatever we think, it will happen in our reality. So let's come correct with our thoughts, okay? That's why the thoughts that you think repeatedly become fixed in your subconscious mind. And there's no other truth in reality, your reality, other than what the subconscious mind has perceived as true. Remember, that's why I asked whether you know why you believe what you believe. It's in your subconscious. Remember. And then it frames your entire world. God being the infinite source. is not going to allow us to be satisfied. Let's face it, he didn't create man to be satisfied. Let's not confuse satisfaction for happiness. One can obtain their desire, but then reach for more. This is why we keep wanting more. But in order to do that, we need to work in alignment with the laws. And this brings us to the law of supply. Dissatisfaction is a creative state. If you think about it, the man who invented the light bulb, he got dissatisfied of having to light candles every night, smelling smoke when they have to blow it out.
That is so true.
Perhaps you have a small voice in the back of your mind asking, so what is a universal law? Well, universal law is a law that happens to everyone, everywhere, and at any time. So if you think that you don't need to obey the laws and you think your life is just going to be however you want it to be, I'm actually going to request, please don't do that. Yeah. Because also a law does not care whether you're nice. You know that whole question of why do bad things happen to good people? Well, it's the same as if someone was to, God forbid, throw a baby off the balcony. The law of gravity isn't going to say, oh, it's a baby, just stop. No, the baby is going to fall. Trust and believe. So the same way the law of gravity is very real is the same way these laws that we are sharing with you are real. The universe by law will give you what you put in your order form. So when you have this knowledge, there's literally no reason to lack. It's actually time for us to see things from God's point of view. Yes. Let's come up higher. Let's see things from the infinite source point of view. And this is basically you believing that there's an infinite source of supply for you. The underlying law that regulates supply in the world of effects is desire and expectation. Let's think of it practically. With the law of thinking, we've been taught to think according to that which we desire. Okay, tick. Then when we put into practice the law of supply, that's placing an order from the infinite source. That means, of course, your desire will come through because you're placing an order for what you desire. Which brings us to the law of attraction. You attract what you expect. So for example, you've gone fishing and you've thrown your rod into the water. That rod symbolizes desire. Now your fish has gotten caught onto the hook. You need to reel that hook in to bring it to you, correct? And that reeling in symbolizes expectation. Desire. Expectation. You got to remember this. Yeah, we've even made it into a song. Come, let's go together. Desire. Expectation. Desire. Expectation. Again, desire. Expectation. That's enough. Infinite source of supply. Don't tell me. No, they've forgotten it. I'm sure they'll be remembering in the back of their head now. Jemima and Gabriella voices. Desire. Expectation. Okay. Expectation. Being energy and everything is energy. We live in an ocean of motion. So if you were to actually pick up a microscope and to zoom in on a particular object, you will literally see particles moving. And this is how you actually can realize how real vibrational energy is. So for example, if your goal is to get out of debt, you need to focus on abundance. Don't focus on debt. And if you want to focus on bringing more good into your life, don't focus on the bad. Quit trying to change the bad. You've got to have God's point of view. Yes. You seeing this is actually you having Provenient Grace. If you believe in Jesus and God, you'll understand that everything happens at His perfect timing. Maybe if you had heard this information 2 years ago, you probably couldn't have cared less. Yeah. But now that you're listening to this, apply it, take notes, and really understand this. Because as soon as you start playing the game of life in accordance to the laws that will never change, you'll start winning. Because let's face it, even the fact that bad things happen to good people has nothing to do with them being good. An exercise that you can implement immediately is visualizing that which you desire. Because once you see it in your mind, you've got it intellectually. Once you internalize it and you feel all those emotions of having what you desired, you've got it emotionally. And that's when, baby, it's going to happen in your life physically. Okay? Because wow, life happens for us, not to us. Now, have you ever noticed you've gone into a store and it's empty, you're the only one there. Then all of a sudden, multiple people start coming in. Now, that is an example of having a good energy, and it's called the Midas touch. It's that whatever you touch turns to gold. Not quite literally, but it's in abundance. It's prosperity. Yes. You're a blessing in people's lives. Haven't you heard maybe that some people just have that light? They have a positive, aura. They exude excellence. Yes. That's their energy. Point blank period. There's nothing about, they have confidence only. It's actually innate. It's within you. And that's what we are learning right now. Because this is how, again, you're going to win in life. We want you to win. Yes. Not just in 2025, but all the years to come. So please make notes. Take this seriously. There's this quote that says, "He who seeks a greater life with the objective of getting does not seek life in its trueness of spirit." It's a sad but true belief that a lot of people see life as having to receive before they can actually give. Take this example. Say you're in a position of leadership, and you have people who are underneath you that you are leading. In this way that you are giving to them leadership skills, you would expect them not only to receive, but to give you the same that you have been giving to them. To be more specific, if someone just goes by in life saying, yeah, poor me, no one's giving me anything. It's like, okay, but how about you give so that you can also receive? It's not about that which you don't have. There's always time. There's always your expertise.
Yes.
There's always even love that you can give. That will inevitably help you receive in life. It's literally the law of receiving.
This entire universe is based on the law of circulation. If you want to receive good, you literally need to make space for it. So you need to give out in order to receive.
I've actually just remembered that's why cash flow, if you think of something flowing, it has to flow through different avenues, but inevitably it will come back.
But be calm about it, because I'm sure you've been in a state where you're begging and like, please, please, I want this. I really want this so badly. But haven't you felt and noticed that that thing that you desire actually feels like it's running away from you the more?
Express.
That is why when you open yourself to receive, you're in a relaxed state.
What we have in our lives is a result of what we've been giving. If you look around and you see lack, poverty, anger, basically not in a space that you would desire to be for the rest of your life, that is a result of you giving or having not give, because it goes both ways. Some people sow seeds of resentment, anger, jealousy. Trust and believe we will reap that if that's what we're sowing. We give, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Men give unto your bosom, which is i.e. your bank account.
That's it.
Yeah.
So babies, let's look for opportunities to give now. Let's not look for excuses.
The fifth forgotten law, but now you are remembering these laws, is the law of increase, which is one of my favorite laws because it's just so simple. This is an example to get you started in understanding the law of increase. Say you're working your job and your boss keeps criticizing you. They keep blaming you, they keep shouting, or they just on your case all the time. Yet you feel that you're giving your best, you're putting your all. And mind you, this is a side note, please don't put your all into a job. It's not that deep. Just do your job. Wow. I'm seeing from experience that at the end of the day, you are doing what you're getting paid for, but you need to also show up and understand that this is not who you are. So back on topic, I felt like I needed to share this with someone, but they are basically drawing out all the wrongs that you are doing. That's going to make you feel horrible, right? Almost as if you want to throw in the towel, quit. Well, the law of increase is the opposite. You need to praise that which you like and that which is around you in order for it to increase.
Yes. But on the other hand, if your boss was to praise you, you would have an increase in zeal, an increase in interest. And it's even been proven that a failing business can be literally praised into success. Now, how powerful is that?
That's phenomenal. As well as studies have been done in the plant kingdom where they've praised flowers into life. That's speaking negatively and having them go to meet their maker, so to speak. Seriously, your words have power. You have the power of life and death in your tongue. So what are you speaking into your life?
Praise changes your perception of life. When you praise someone, you're looking for the good in them. But if you're looking for the bad, you won't praise them.
You'll continue to criticize them or yourself and feel badly about yourself. This is why you see a lot of people who are critical, some of them even on YouTube, called i.e. keyboard warriors. They are always seeking the bad, and it's like, hello, can you not actually get from this video positive input into your life? Why are you here wasting your time? It's actually quite sad, to be frank, because people who are creating, people who are investing in themselves, you are true to yourself. You know who you are. And I actually want to commend you.
Yes, I actually want to praise you.
Praise you genuinely, because it's not that you're special than anyone else, but it's just that you have more of a self-awareness and you have a high IQ and you are very intelligent. So well done, BB.
Yes, well done for taking the time and the effort to actually want to learn, to want to grow, to want to be your higher self, to want to reinvent your life for the best.
Yeah, and so when you are relaxed and you're praising that which is around you, you are implementing the law of increase. Thank you so much, BBs, for listening, and we'll see you in our next video.
Mwah. We truly appreciate you.
Ciao.